New tonight, we're getting our first look at body camera video showing Glendale police going store to store, helping shoppers and employees safely evacuate.
The shoppers who were sheltered in place were kept safe in part by the quick thinking of store employees. Retailers usually put their staff and managers through training meant to keep their customers safe.
Team 12's Mitch Carr found out what they're taught and what you can do to protect yourself if you find yourself in danger.
If it's a shooting, then we need to follow protocol. That's the first thing that came out of all of our mouths. And as soon as the manager said, go ahead, we just started pulling all the customers towards the back. I mean, that was our main priority.
When store employees heard shots Wednesday, their training kicked in.
You've got to teach your people how to take command of a situation.
Glen Stilson owns and operates Independence Training. He and David Bravo train retailers, church staff, even school employees what to do when there's an active shooter. Bravo gave the Tanger employees high marks.
They all sounded pretty confident because they had the training. And that's one of the things that, we say that competence breeds confidence.
We asked Stilson to teach us what he teaches in his courses.
We've got Dan outside. We don't know what's up with Dan. We think he's armed. He's a threat. What do we do now?
First, run.
Our first step is always going to be removing ourselves from the area and trying to get into a better position. And pre-planning where you're going to go, making sure it's got a clear path. You're not blocking this with any kind of, retail space stuff.
Next, hide.
Maybe we could go ahead and retreat into a space where we've got a nice hardened door. This door is a great example of a good door because it's something that is a relatively sturdy door, but it also has multiple locking points. Even if I had a good door, or certainly if I didn't have a good door, you can start piling all kinds of stuff in front of the doors. What we've seen statistically, because these people aren't determined attackers, is that when they're trying to get into a space, if there's any kind of resistance, they stop.
But that is not always the case, and you may need to fight, but only when you're forced to do so.
Ultimately, in the end, you need to start looking for weapons.
Best case scenario, Stilson says, you stay safe in your barricaded safe room and wait for police to arrive. During that time, only one person should be contacting 911 so emergency responder communication isn't flooded. And above all, don't wait until a shooting is happening to try to come up with a plan.
We like to say that failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Mitch Carr, 12 News.
Good advice, Mitch. Thanks. There are still a lot of questions as to what led to the shooting and those involved. We'll certainly keep track of the investigation, and we'll bring you the latest details right here on 12 News and on all of our online platforms.